seconds a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Check 24, check. Wide, get wide. Three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
No, 53, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Slam. Watch the edge.
Here's Mariota escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. One. Tighten up. Check. Fresno.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
He's coming. Double up. Check 99. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that's caught by Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The Vikings 1st down.
Ready. Check 41. They gonna need some therapy after this.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On on second down. It's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play. Mariota to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, the 40, past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be... Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill. Staying open. Check point.
They'll try the left side. It's Armstrong, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
53 is the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Shit.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Let's go. Here I come. Mike 55. I know he ain't got it. 55's Mike, got 55.
To throw Mariota. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, it's Armstrong, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's a former star crosstown at UCLA, Anthony Barr. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
36.
After the sack on first down, Mariota flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Rabbit. Check, Mike. Watch it, you find. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
One. 53, Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Following the interception here, Mariota. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
27,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Hey. 4 down. That's it. Go. 43 is the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic. 4. You better bring it.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Buddy up. 26 months. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 12 foot.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Get up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 3, check long, go. Check. Under 10, under 10, 10.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
middle. 55. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Mike 55.
On third down, Mariota. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run with Grant. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
43 for Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch the safety creep.
On first down, it's Grant. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Grant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 17-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check 52. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch twist. Watch twist. Safe.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Mike 53. Mike.
Throwing on second down. Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 31-yard line.
We ain't giving up nothing today. 41 to Mike.
From the 31, Taylor. Got an open man, it's Ratley. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
56. Dude. Tighten up. Anyway.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Grant. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Corey Grant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And an alley to run. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 2nd and very short, Mariota. It's caught, Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing is Mariota. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Taylor, he's going to rifle one deep left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
3-2-18, chopper.
Throwing on second and 14. Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. Mike, 55. Check. Switch up. 2, fellas, let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Mariota now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Exit. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun. Mariota. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Months 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing on second down. Taylor. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On first down, it's Grant. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Right there, 54, right there.
Mariota on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Mike, watch the pass. Check.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.